Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged the international community to isolate and expose the countries that are harboring terrorists in his remarks at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, the SCO Summit. He also called for a resolute counter to cross-border terrorism through a decisive response. His remarks were delivered by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar. In his remarks, Prime Minister Modi also stated a list of factors impacting the nations across the world. They included ongoing conflicts, rising tensions and trust deficits, which Prime Minister Modi has said has strained international relations and global economic growth. Prime Minister Modi blamed some of these problems for having stemmed from globalization and called for finding common ground to mitigate the consequences of these developments. The Prime Minister in his message demanded that priority must be accorded to combat terrorism and reminded the summit that that was one of its original goals. PM Modi warned that if terrorism is left unchecked, then it can become a major threat to regional and global peace. Let's quickly listen in to the Prime Minister's speech that was delivered by Dr. S. Shankar.
We have had our own experiences with cross-border terrorism. Let us be clear that terrorism in any form or manifestation cannot be justified or condoned. Harboring terrorists must be strongly condemned. Cross-border terrorism requires a decisive response, and terrorism finance and recruitment must be effectively countered. The SCO must never waver in its commitment. We cannot have double standards in this regard.
My colleague Arzu stayed with us on the broadcast. Arzu, if you can take our viewers through the details of Prime Minister Modi's speech at the SCO Summit.
While delivering Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remark at the 24th meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Head of State here in the Kazakh capital, External Affairs Minister S. Shankar, who was physically present at the meeting, recalled one of the original goal of the SCO is to combat terrorism, and in fact India's stand towards terrorism is very clear. They never, have accepted that terrorism should be there, and against the war. And on Thursday, asked the international community to isolate and expose those countries that harbor terrorists, provide safe haven and condone terrorism, underlining that if left unchecked, the terrorism can become a major threat to regional and global peace. Is a village vibe at the China and it's all weather any Pakistan. Delivering Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remark at the 24th meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Head, as Shankar was representing and was physically present and said these all things. And many of us had our experience often originating beyond our borders. Let us be very clear that if left unchecked, it would become a major threat to the regional and global peace. So, as Shankar has made it very clear that if this terrorism has not been addressed, it can be a major threat to the global peace. And he also said that the international community must isolate and expose those countries that harbor terrorism and provide safe haven and condone terrorism. In fact, in an apparent reference to the Pakistan and ally, where China, which has often put on hold on proposals in the United Nations to blacklist the Pakistan-based wanted terrorists. Yes.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.